What's up? Real MVPs, Ricky Whitmer here, and welcome into the daily video where we take a look at the dampest of dudes, the soggiest of shooters, the moistest of men, and sometimes even the mistiest of misses. These are wet boys. This is the video where we take a look at players who popped off the day prior, and we give them the tip of the hat, the old tip of the crown, the big old thumbs up, and give them the nod for the great performances that they had. How it works is everyone here at MVP gets the chance to nominate a wet boy. Dave, Jake, Soapy, myself, as well as the patron silver tier and above, patreon.com/MVPvid. So if you want to get in on the nominations, I had to freeze there because I'm like, how am I going to word this? On the nominations, check out our patreon.com/MVPvids. However, we also poll the community as well to see how the non-patrons will vote as well. But the only ones that get the nominations are the patrons, patreon.com/MVPvids. Today, we only have 4 wet boys. Jake's the only one, did not have a nomination for today. So you're going to have Dave, myself, Soapy, and the patrons, all with wet boys. That counts up to 4. And let's get to them. The first one coming from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Dave Oster. And he is going with a little D-Lo. And that's DAngelo Russell, 28 points off the bench in a win for the Timberwolves over the Sacramento Kings. Had himself a game, and like I said, coming off the bench in that game, 28 points, 6 assists, a great game for D'Lo. Also 6 from 8 from 3. Nothing to slouch about there. As like I said, the T-Wolves underdogs last night getting the win over the Kings. They also play today in a back-to-back of 2 teams. Then we skip Jake. We go to myself, and I'm going with a frozen fellow. I am going to the pond, and I'm going with Andreas Antanasio. I've been practicing that name. I still fucked it up. Jake even heard me. I was practicing. I was like, Antanasio. Andreas Antanasio with the game that he had. I could have really given it. There were 2. There was Antanasio and someone else who had pretty much the same stat line, but pretty much his season overall, he's now at 10 goals, 10 assists, 20 points on the year, so I decided to give it to Andreas. And this was the first game that the Kings had fans in the stadium at the Staples Center, getting the win in front of them. And as you guys see, 1 goal, 2 assists. Not a flashy game, but enough of a game. And the Kings get the win last night over the Anaheim Ducks. So hat tip to the Kings and Antanasio. Then we got Soapy. He's going back to the NBA. He's going with a little PG-13. PG kind of popping off lately. 33 points, 11 rebounds. Gets himself a dub without Kawhi out there. Clippers get the win. And this is one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team, since the All-Star break. Paul George keeping them afloat, especially letting Kawhi rest so these two can be very healthy for the playoffs. Can't wait to see what the Clippers do after the regular season. And then we get to the patron vote. Before we get to the patron vote, let's do the YouTube vote first. Let's do the community vote. So if you, the masses, were voting today, you guys would have went with, oh, and that's not even the right one. Earlier today, that was changed. This is not the right vote. I got to get the right one in there. And let's see. There's the right one. We're all good. That's the right one. Karl Anthony Towns ran away with it. He also had a game in that Timberwolves win, but also had some great performances. Jose Abreu coming in second. He had a lot of RBIs in the White Sox win over the Red Sox in, what would it be, Tuesday's game? Because I'm forgetting what day it is of the week. But the patrons did not go with Karl Anthony Towns. They did not go with anyone from the MLB or the NHL. They went with Kyrie Irving, 32 points in a win for the Nets. I know if we're talking about today, Wednesday, you didn't do so hot. They had a loss, but on Tuesday, Nets get the win. He had 32 points, 8 assists in that game. Not so hot from 3, but hey, 5 of 6 from the line, 12 of 19 overall. So today's wet boys, DAngelo Russell, Andreas Antanasio. Paul George and Kyrie Irving. If you want to get in on the votes for Wet Boys, make sure to check out patreon.com/MVPvids. It supports us and gets you into the nomination. You guys get rewarded for supporting us at the monthly level. However, don't worry if you can't, because we have the community tab on our YouTube page, so you guys can vote for who the patrons should vote for. And hey, maybe it sways some people. But today, opposite sides. One went Kyrie, and then the non-patrons going with Karl Anthony Towns. Want to thank you for watching this video. We'll be back with more Wet Boys from Thursday's games. And as always, have a good day, everybody.